Okay, so our headline bout has a lot sitting on it, right? We have Movsar Evloev against Lerone Murphy, and I think it's safe to say that the winner will be fighting Alexander Volkanovski for the featherweight belt. Woo! So, man, like, a lot for these two to think about, right? Movsar Evloev, he is 32, 5'7", 72 and a half inch reach. Pro record of 19 and 0. Fights out of American Top Team, right? In the UFC, he's 9 and 0. All right, went 10 and 0 in M1, and he's got a 19 fight winning streak. Woo! You know what I mean? Like, he is legit. You know, he made his debut all the way back in April 2019. Right? He beat Song Wong Chu by a decision. Then he beat Enrique Barzola, Mike Grundy. Right? He took a split over Nick Lentz. Beat Hakeem Dawodu. Dan Ing. Diego Lopez in Lopez's debut. That one got a fight of the night. Right, beat Arnold Allen, and then Aljamain Sterling. And I would say those last two were definitely his toughest tests. And they were close fights, right? The Allen and the Sterling, they were both very close encounters. You know what I mean? Very close. Right? I think the big knock on Evloev has just been the fact there's no finishes, right? Like, all the fights have gone to a decision. Now, before he got to the UFC, in M1, there were submissions, there were knockouts, right? He was doing it there. But again, it is that thing of competition, right? The level of it, right? Wherever you are, you know. But yeah, Evloev, he was getting finishes, right? And so I think people look at it and being like, oh, it's not exciting. But no, it definitely is, right? It's seeking that position. It's control. You know, it's being able to stifle someone, to stop them from being able to dominate, from being able to use their favorite tools. And Evloev is a master of that, right? He really is. And on Saturday night, he is going Murphy, who is 34, right? 5'9", 73 and a half inch reach. The Miracle, right? He's got a pro record of 17-0 and 1. Right? He what is he? He's 9-0 and 1 in the UFC. He's on a 21 fight winning streak, which is bonkers, right? Fighting out of Manchester Top Team. Did not know there was one, right? But yeah, there's a Manchester Top Team. So yes, Murphy made his debut during COVID. Oh no, it was just before. Oh, okay. It was a draw with Zubaya Tokayev in September 2019, which was bullshit. Murphy won that fight. That was a weird, very weird decision. All right, but in his next fight, got performance of the night for stopping Ricardo Ramos in the first round. That was July 2020. He beat Douglas Silva da Andrade in June 2021. Right, he beat Makwan Amirkhani, hit him with a knee in the second. That was October 2021. Right, beat Gabriel Santos via split in 2023. Josh Calaboo via unanimous decision in July 2023. Beat Edson Barboza in a fight of the night fight, right, in May 2024. Then Dan Ige, right, they've got that in common in October 2024. Right, in April last year, he beat Josh Emmett. Right, it was decision. It was kind of comfortable, right? And then, which really took him to the next stratosphere, was the spinning elbow knockout of Aaron Pico in August 2025. Right, that was one of those viral moments, and especially the fact that he got one and then Diego Lopez got one on the same card. It was just, oh man, right? And that was the win that did make people think that Murphy would get the next title shot. And it is definitely recency biased, right? So you could see why, people go, yes, it's Murphy next. And there was always a part of me that was, wasn't mad at that decision. But you definitely did feel for Movsar, right? Because you just think like, if Evloev gets looked over, that is tough. Because you know what I mean? He's unbeaten. I mean, they're both unbeaten, but, Movsar has been in the organization longer, right? So you're going like, shouldn't it be Movsar? So when both of them got over, looked for Diego Lopez, which again, you understand the decision, right? First big event, first numbered event of the new situation. You can see why that fight gets made. Look, both stars, right? So it's definitely more attention than if it was Evloev or if it was Murphy. But did then think, okay, if we're deciding who's next, this is a solid matchup to have that choice, right? You've got both undefeated, both legitimate threats. So having this, right, to decide, it is a perfect situation. You know what I mean? It's a perfect situation. So it is super interesting, right? Both have got ways to win, right? The English fighter, right? I think a lot of people would definitely go, that's the choice. But I do think Movsar will get that win, right? I think he has fought people similar to Murphy, right? And I don't know if Murphy has fought someone with Evloev's wrestling credentials, right? With his ability to stifle, to smother, to implement their game at that level. And, as I said earlier, people think it's boring, but there's such a skill. It's such a precise, you know, implementation of what he does. You know what I mean? There's no wasted movement. And I think that might just be too much. Now, it's not to say Murphy won't get back to title contention, but I definitely think he will. But I do think Saturday night, it's, I think Movsar Evloev walks away with the win, upsets the home crowd, walks away with the win, and then gets that fight against Volkanovski, which, that's an interesting matchup, right? Because, Lopez, very good on the ground, right? But not necessarily a great wrestler, Not necessarily a great wrestler. So I don't know if, Volkanovski has faced that challenge, right? You could say Makachev, You could say that's the comparable comparison, but I don't know, man. I don't know. This is, yeah. I think we have some interesting times ahead. And if Murphy does win, that's another great matchup for Volkanovski. So whatever happens, people, the real fan is the winner Saturday night, right? Because we're going to get a solid matchup for the belt. But yes, I think, people, I am taking Movsar Evloev for the win. Who have you got? Let me know. Do you think I am way wrong? Or do you think I'm on money with this, man? Man, let me know. Let's keep